Show nationwide, coast to coast, CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Michael Horn.
And I'm Paul Stern. I can't wait for the show. I can't wait.
You love the Real Housewives of New York. Big fan, aren't you?
Not only do I watch it when it originally airs, I actually end up watching it like 2 in the morning on like Saturday night. It's really crazy. The way they re-air things on Bravo, sometimes it really is very timely. I
like to sleep at 2 in the morning.
I'll be watching Real Housewives.
I wake up and listen to the Doug Stephan Show starting at 3 a.m. and then go back to sleep.
Like I said, I'll be up watching the Real Housewives.
I there in the chair and I sleep and I get woken up right about, I think there's ghosts around my house around 3 or 3:30.
Really?
Either out of the radio that turns on and starts playing Doug Stephan Show. Hey, here's something that came to us today, a news. I don't know, did Claudia pull this for us to do the research? She did the research on our show today. Claudia? Great. Claudia McMahon, she's a great producer.
Oh.
And apparently, she, like I, have a real interest in Home Depot. I like to go there and sometimes go and talk to some future workers for my house. I drive by usually and talk to some of the guys standing out there in front of the Home Depot. I've noticed over the years the workers used to be in front of the store. Now they kind of stand like right by the main entrance as you go in, and they'll kind of look at you. And if you give them that kind of look, like hop in the pickup truck, they'll come in and do some heavy lifting for me at the home.
The other day I drove by Home Depot, and I actually had a couple of people in the back of my car. I didn't even ask them to come in.
They just hopped in. Huh? That's good.
I had to pick up some light bulbs, and next thing you know,
they'll help
pay
you.
laborers at the back of the car.
So anyway, apparently this Carolyn Weatherly, wanted to get married, and she got married at her favorite place. She works at a Home Depot, and she says the store is in Lake Forest, California. By the way, it's out by Anaheim, Orange County area. She says that Lake Forest Home Depot feels like a second home, and she got married to this guy Audwin Mosby, and they walked down the aisle at the Home Depot. The aisle they walked down had light bulbs and grills and paint, and the guests were watching as they said their vows at a wedding arbor built for the occasion. I'm just wondering who built it. Do you think it was built by unionized labor here in this country, or maybe some of those workers who hang out there at the Home Depot? Anyway, they got married over the weekend at the Home Depot.
From your description, it sounded almost like the Crystal Cathedral.
I'm sure it was a touching ceremony.
No offense.
Yeah, there's plenty of, here's the deal. You got plenty of flowers. They didn't need a florist. They could move the flowers in from the garden department in. Music, they don't really need a band because they can just turn the music up in the Home Depot, right? And people don't have to come with gifts. They can just get a Home Depot card and buy them stuff right there at the Home Depot. This is a whole new area for Home Depot to get into, weddings.
The way you said that, this is a whole new.
Well, you young women out there that are planning like a different wedding, people want people want something. A lot of people spend money and they go to some fine, great restaurant like Angelo and Vinci's and put a big wedding party together, and they got the banquet rooms and everything.
That's like the Chasins of Fullerton.
Exactly, but you got the cost of the food and all that and the entertainment. Here, you go to the Home Depot, and it's like it's probably got news crews covering this thing for you, and you can walk right down the aisle over there. Maybe the manager is a part-time minister.
No offense.
And he can say "I do," and that'd be great. And I'll tell you what, it's better than those stupid checkout things they have at the Home Depot. You ever go to the ones with this you do-it-yourself checkout? That thing is a real pain.
They got those over at the local Kroger or Ralph's for those.
Some of the Ralphs, did they have one up at this Ralph's up here?
Yeah. No, I don't think they have one up there.
I was talking to someone that was checking out.
Locals yet haven't figured out the self-checkout.
Yeah, because when you do it, then it says, please put the item in the bag. And if you've got like 2x4s or 4x6s, how the heck do you put those in the baggage area when you go through at the checkout at Home Depot? And same at the store. Yeah. How do you put, all your stuff in one bag?
I'm not a self-checkout kind of guy.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a criminal when I go through. Like I think they think I'm going to steal something and try to slip it in a bag. You know?
Do you even get a bag?
Speaking of bags, apparently this woman got at Home Depot in Lake Forest. Did I mention that to you? Look at that. Tomas is drinking some more of that. He's got a special cup, and since he's gone to since he interviewed Hugh Hefner over the weekend at the Playboy Jazz Festival, he is sipping on that, and I think there's something in there. I think there's some kind of
talking about something in there.
There's a bottle of gold of Johnny Walker Gold that's been floating around here, and I think young Eric Hines has his eyeballs on it.
I was kind of wondering.
And Jack Roberts says that he drinks on occasion, but I think he's trying to get it for Eric Hines is what I think. Have you seen Roberts drink anything?
He said that that bottle will last him literally a full year, but I'm almost beginning to wonder, now that you actually brought it up, You don't think that Jack would say that he... Because I said that well, if he wants it, he can certainly have my portion.
Did you want it? Because you deserve it. You did a great interview with. You actually asked about the gold bottle on the What's Cooking show all the time.
Jack literally was eyeing that bottle that I wouldn't dare be the person to deprive him of that fine Scotch whiskey.
I'm gonna set up this is the new plan, and I'm gonna announce it to the audience. I'm gonna set the bottle of this is apparently is that the most expensive, the gold label? Is that really?
I would imagine.
And I'm gonna place it near Eric in accounting over there. He has put together some new kind of surveillance system, and I'm gonna put it right there in the cameras and see if there's anybody that looks, because we had a bottle of some fine Robert Conrad alcohol that disappeared around here before Mr. Conrad could appreciate it. Was something from I think a submerged ship or something, some Madeira from the 1700s, and it disappeared.
That it was with a label that didn't look like a label that was an original. Like somebody just kind of took a piece of paper and said Madeira, 1800.
Exactly, and you believe everything you read in proof and labeling. And Jack Roberts was stumbling around here for a couple of weeks straight. And I'm thinking that maybe he might be doing a little snorting on the side, so we'd check it out.
Well, I hope that is the case, because I would hate to think that Eric Hines had actually pressured Jack Roberts into actually doing something that is somewhat deceitful.
I don't know. We'll find out. Now, in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and I love Kalamazoo because one of our old employees here, the guy that used to take all of our CDs, Bubba, works there, and he was known as Bubba on the air.
Oh, Bubba Cowan.
Yeah, Brian Bubba Cowan. And apparently they had hamburgers.
For those of you that don't already know who he is.
Hamburgers, fries, punches, and chairs were all being thrown during a fight that involved customers and employees of a fast food restaurant in Kalamazoo, and 2 arrests were there. There were 4 customers in a vehicle. This was at a Wendy's drive-through lane. Apparently someone got upset about where the beef was. And they had the drive-through lane on Saturday, it's over the weekend, and they claimed their order was incorrect.
Oh, boy.
And then they hurled drinks, burgers, and fries at the employees inside.
Who's the guy that used to run Wendy's that he wouldn't have appreciated
Dave.
that one? Dave Thomas.
Yeah.
I've been watching this thing on CNBC.
Yeah.
And it goes into the whole biography of Dave Thomas back from the days.
He would be upset by this.
He started with, if you didn't know this, he started with Colonel Sanders.
Really? You don't suppose he got the secret recipe to the Colonel's burgers, the squares, and stole it from Colonel Sanders and brought it to Wendy's? You think? Anyway, there's more on this story straight ahead when we come back, because apparently it's gone into quite a melee at this Wendy's in Kalamazoo, Michigan. We'll have more for you. Breaking news. Maybe we'll get Eric Joseph from the newsroom in here to give us an update. CRN listeners, when you come to Southern California, stop by a great restaurant, the Dresden Restaurant at 1760 North Vermont Avenue in Hollywood. The Dresden features great food. Start with French onion soup, artichoke hearts, and many other great appetizers. Seafood, salmon, shrimp scampi, New Zealand orange roughy, scaloni, sand dabs, much more too, like halibut, lake